Hi viewers, welcome to our channel. Hope you all are doing good. We are back with yet another engaging and informative video of ours on another essential life skill which is foundational to human existence. This skill is negotiation skills. Before we begin our video, request all viewers to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with a lot of amazing content we keep on posting for the benefit of our children. We aim to benefit maximum children, so your likes and love will only take us to them. So keep supporting and promoting. Now, let's move on to our topic. Negotiation skills is a very important soft skill. We negotiate in our daily lives, and it is not only restricted to money or bargaining. It is there in every walk of life. In our social dealings, our relationships, our professional setup with the world, with our servants and workers, in short, it's everywhere if we observe closely. Many are able to do well and many are not. Just because there are key fundamentals of negotiations which no one exposed to us in our own childhood. Let's acknowledge these key fundamentals and make our children exposed to those from an early age. What we can do at home to teach children negotiation skills. Let's tell children what negotiation is. Let's simplify the definition for children. Negotiation of any kind is essentially a discussion aimed at reaching an agreement, resolving issues so that both the parties agree to the solution. Simplifying things makes them understand key tenets and makes their life easy. We often jumble up negotiations with bargaining or getting best deal, etc. But that does not work well because, first of all, this definition is not holistic. And second of all, it makes patterns inculcated in the child's mind. Benchmark qualities of a good negotiator and villainize bad ones. Anchor the child to become a good negotiator who should have required qualities. Expose him to qualities like being an active listener, not operating from winning tendency or ego, applying critical thinking and decision making, not making decisions impulsively, solving problems, coming to agreements amicably without resenting any party, being respectful, applying empathy, understanding others' interests, etc. And ask him to apply those in day-to-day life. Do incentivize whenever needed to motivate the right behavior. Also, try to share the cause-effect of all these qualities. Bad qualities, opposite to the ones mentioned above, should be demonized. Ask children to negotiate with you for the favor they want from you instead of doing tantrums. In day-to-day dealings, children often ask a lot many things in their interests from parents, siblings or friends. In a lot many times, children start being aggressive or talk rudely or use blackmailing tactics like they stop eating food, etc. Sometimes they will be cranky to make their demands fulfilled. But that habit of theirs is bad for them only. So in those scenarios, make it clear to the child that any crankiness will not work and they will have to negotiate with you in a healthy way. That's how children will get anchored towards it and understand the perspectives. Demonstrate the principles of negotiations in front of children when we do that with others. Involve children in the spectrum by sharing with them the principles you applied in your negotiations, be it with vegetable vendors or with friends or relatives or even with servants, and share with them how it helped. It will trigger the thought process of the child towards these principles, and eventually they will start applying in his or her own negotiations. Model negotiations well in front of kids so that they become conscious about it and apply the same in their negotiations as well. Promote critical thinking and decision making. Negotiations involve a lot of critical thinking, where one weighs pros and cons associated with different scenarios or options. During talks or discussions, try to ask children different outcomes or alternatives. Also, enlighten their critical thinking through games and activities. Make the child comfortable to make decisions. Child should learn to make decisions on his or her own without validation from us. Of course, whenever clarity is required, elders and parents are there to support and provide necessary wisdom. But decision-making rationale should be of the child. We should not demotivate children from making decisions, even if few of them go wrong. That's how one learns eventually. Motivate children to communicate their terms well and initiate negotiation. Children hold themselves up. Make a conducive environment that the child is allowed to think on his terms and interests and put forward well. Also, push the child to initiate negotiations whenever needed. Not fearing what other person would think, but with the thought process of trying. Communication and initiation is very vital for being a good negotiator. Ask children to take time. Think of their terms, write them down maybe, and then they can start the negotiation. Also, we need to monitor how they are communicating during the negotiations, whether arrogantly or understanding the other person as well. Accordingly, we need to consciously guide them. Ask children to be assertive in negotiations, but without aggression or crying tactics. Being assertive is important. Without being assertive, it may come up as not having good clarity. But it should never be aggressive or manipulative. Being aggressive or manipulative means a child is not open for reasoning but wishing to forcefully impose the terms. Aggression, disrespect, emotional blackmailing, and ego should be demotivated. Whenever a child resorts to these bad things or bad communication, close the negotiation with the child immediately and tell them upfront. Children, once they realize that their tactics are not working, gradually will start inculcating the right habits, leaving behind the bad ones. Make children realize the value and worth of things. Children tend to ask for demands, sometimes unjustified, sometimes unworthy of their value. But children should be taught to learn the value and worth of these things pretty early. One way can be going in the market street and ask the child if the price justifies the use of the product. Children will try and have his or her judgment. Also, playing an activity where a child has to earn some number of coins to get a particular thing will make them realize how difficult it is to earn money, but how easy it is to spend them. Win-win tendency and approach in negotiations. Thinking win-win is the best way to arrive at negotiations amicably. Disputes arise when we think about oneself only. If we are wishing to keep our interests and other people are also trying to keep their interests, predatory mindset and accumulating mindset is detrimental. Talk about win-win with children in their negotiations with you and demonstrate the same in your negotiations with others as well. Ask children to have clarity of one's own interests as well as that of others. When we have this clarity, we are able to put forward the best alternatives and drive our position well. Ask kids to apply empathy and may start by listing down others' interests and then arrive at the best position of his or her or the alternatives one can have if a particular position or offer is not agreed by the other person. This can be done through games and committed hand-holding. Do discuss negotiations framework. There is always a framework to follow as the cause effects are related. For negotiations, it is having clarity of interest and then sorting out our best position or the best one can compromise. Then, thinking alternatives along with critical thinking and then deciding or prioritizing on a few and making an offer. When things are clear for the child to follow, it becomes easy for them to apply. Negotiation skills are very important because due to lack of this, many spoil things and get into conflicts. Right mindset and approach should be inculcated from the childhood itself. Bloom, ready for life.